What's going on, guys? Listen, if you shop at Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, Nordstrom Rack, and you have never picked up this fragrance and you have seen it, you are an absolute fool. And we're going to talk about it. Drink, popcorn, strap up. We'll be back in a minute. This is going to be one of our quicker episodes today because I feel like the information is just so cut dry. Like, it's just matter of fact for me. Again, I understand that when I talk about fragrance, it is my opinion. However, I feel so strongly in my opinion about this fragrance. Sorry, I was looking for a cap. That it's just a no-brainer to me. It's kind of like, listen to me, get off this YouTube video and go buy the fragrance. Just bottom line. Fragrance that we're talking about today is by from the house of Mercedes Benz, and it is Mercedes Benz Intense. I've decanted this fragrance even though I have the full bottles over there. We're going to use my little travel sprayer. And let me just say this, guys. This house absolutely shocked me because, you know, when I think about car brands, you really have to shop specifically. You have to try a lot of fragrances. If you just simply blind buy a lot of car fragrances, you're going to be sadly mistaken. In fact, the only fragrances that I actually would blind buy at this point is from maybe Bentley, because they just have so many classy, unique fragrances that I've tried and that I want to try. And I'm pretty comfortable with their perfumery at this point where I would say, hey, if I just saw a fragrance of theirs going for $20 in the discounter, I'm picking it up every time. I do not care what it smells like. Mercedes-Benz, I think, is no different. There are at least 3 fragrances from Mercedes-Benz that I can confidently tell you are blind buy worthy. One of them is Mercedes-Benz Regular OG. The second one is Mercedes-Benz Intense, which to me is the superior fragrance to Mercedes-Benz OG. However, if you can get your hands on either, you will be more than satisfied. Who cares about the subtle differences between the fact that Intense is just more beast mode and has a little bit of more unique nuance? Mercedes-Benz Regular is a showstopper of a fragrance to me, and I don't care which one I have at a given time. They both make me happy. And then obviously Black Edition is an absolute stellar sweet fragrance as well. Those are the only 3 that I've tried at this point. But let me just tell you guys this first and foremost, man. I've already sprayed it on a test strip. I did not think too much when I bought the party pack, which had Man and Man Intense in it. But when I got home and put this to nose, I was just utterly shocked. This smells like the ultimate freshie. Don't think citrus aquatic, okay? This smells... I'm trying to think of some specifics that jump out to me. Let me pull this up real quick. Mercedes-Benz Intense. This... I smell slightly sweet. I smell aromatics, ozonic. I smell floral. I smell spice. Like, it's got all the components of like a suit and tie fragrance, but the aromatic, aquatic, windy gust that goes through this fragrance freshens it up and tones it down to where it's like casual suit and tie vibes. If we don't say suit and tie, let's say casual rich man about his business man vibes. Like, it just takes the freshie category and ramps it up to just straight beast mode manhood. Like, and not old man, like new money. Young, mature, robust man. This is a man in a bottle. Guys, let me just tell you, man. It is so alluring. It is on the same vein almost as like a Creta Ventus in the way that it kind of just exudes manliness, right? But it is of its own DNA. It smells nothing like a Ventus. It smells like a Ventus's long lost cousin who had nothing to do with him. They didn't even know about each other, but they came together and they're like, wow, you're a man. Oh, wow, no, you're a man. Like, it's just showstopper, signature scent worthy. I cannot believe that you can get like a 200 ml bottle of this for like $40. I mean, it's just, if you don't have this in your collection, you're super playing yourself. Don't judge it off the test strip. Put this sucker on skin and watch it demand attention when you walk into a room. Don't play with this fragrance. Don't throw it on after you're playing basketball. Don't throw it on if you're going for a bike ride. No, if you're running errands and you don't look like a kid, put it on. Anything like casual and up, sure. But if you're a young man rocking it in a casual setting, you're going to look out of place. A man who's 20 years old and up could rock this in a casual setting, non-play, just errand running, casual, maybe out of the gym, whatever, and pull this off. But you got to proceed with caution because it's so showstopper worthy. It's so demanding of attention. You need to kind of look the part is the more casual you go with this use case. I think this is a any season, any reason fragrance. Shines in spring and summer. However, in cold weather, this could go crazy and other parts of the fragrance could be appreciated. Let's very quickly move along. Okay. You can get a 200 size ml bottle of this for like 30, 40 bucks in discounters. It's absolutely insane. But traditionally, you will see 100 ml bottles going for 20 bucks. And I highly recommend, I don't care if it's Mercedes Benz regular or Intense, even though Intense to me is the superior fragrance because it just takes everything you love about the original and ramps it up. The regular one, I still have it in my collection and still wear it just to remind myself of my first love. Now, let's see what's going on in this fragrance because it's got to be a good amount of just beauty. Okay, feast your eyes on this note chart here. Who doesn't like violet leaf, lemon, bergamot, mandarin orange, violet, bourbon pepper? A lot of you guys probably don't even see the bourbon pepper note in most fragrances. Nutmeg, galbanum, I know none of y'all know that. But now we have bourbon vetiver. For all my vetiver lovers in there, anytime you see vetiver in the base, you know the fragrance is probably going to be good 9 times out of 10. Cedar, Cetilox, I don't quite know what that is, and patchouli. Matter of fact, anytime I see a note, I'm not going to try to act like I know what it is. I'm going to learn with you guys on screen and see what this fragrance is. Okay, so it's kind of ambery sweet. Does it actually... No, it doesn't actually describe it here, but it looks of amber, and amber's typically warm, sweet. It does say it's grouped with kind of an animalic muskiness. I would say this fragrance certainly is musky and ambery, not animalic in any way. But anyways, when you see these notes, you should be grinning from ear to ear because there is so much well-paired ingredients here, but they kind of went overboard to deliver a different experience with it. Like they could have just stopped at violet leaf, lemon and orange, and cedar and patchouli and called it a day. But they ramped up the complexity and the manliness of it by adding a touch of bourbon pepper, a touch of bourbon vetiver. Like, it's like, come on, guys. Like, y'all, the Cetilox to warm it up and give it that nice warm amber. Like, y'all really need to chill. This fragrance is just so good. If I could kind of, again, that pepper note, it's such a well-treated pepper note. As long as it's not black pepper, it's good in my book, you know, given, you know, with the exception of Jimmy Choo Man. But, you know, I can't get over how much value you get for the price here. This is a fragrance I would have no problem dropping 80 to 100 bucks on. Again, the cheat code is, guys, anytime you see me just constantly grabbing for a fragrance, you know I'm in love. But yo, get this in your life. If I could wrap your nose around the vibes I get with this, it's almost got like a fresh shave foam, like not, you didn't go to like a regular barber shop. Like you went to an all white dude, you know, parlor. Dudes are all bearded out, Dapper Dan. They're using $300 beard foam on you. You just got a fresh shave. So you smell that beard foam, but then you smell that steam and the woodiness because you're in a parlor. And then you go to the upper room and you're gambling and playing spades and all that. Just money getting thrown on the table, like the secret hideaway room or something. With just dapper dudes who got money. But the citrus mandarin violet leaf vetiver really put a freshness to this that almost makes it completely ageless. Like anybody who wears this will feel mature, but not so much older than themselves, like a couple years older, like the man you're about to become. So yeah, you know, on my YouTube short, I likened it by saying, you know, this is the ultimate freshie that smells fresh, but somehow still comes across like you're about your money, and it still comes across suit and tie in an aspect of it. Use case, ageless for the most part. I think it is a 20 and up fragrance. However, young guys could certainly get away with wearing the regular version, not necessarily the intense. You're spending 20 to 30 bucks for 100 ml, 30 to 40 bucks for 200 ml. So it's a fragrance you can just throw in your collection that'll last you a lifetime. Again, guys, this is so much of a step above like a Nautica Voyage or a CK Calvin Klein type fragrance. Like this to me is sitting on a class above all of that, but still sitting in the price range of it. It's just something that should absolutely be on your shelf for the price. It offers you something super unique, super classy, yet super fresh. And I hate saying that because it makes it sound like it's just a freshie, but this is no regular freshie. This is the ultimate freshie that can go both ways in terms of versatility of setting. Final thoughts. Use case, anything except for being super playful. You know, date night, suit and tie. I've already gone over all of it. Final thoughts. I think you guys absolutely need to have this. I think if you love Mercedes Benz Intense, the next stop for you is going to be Black Edition. I think once you have Black Edition and then Intense or the OG, you're pretty much set for life in that category. Let me know what you guys think, man. You guys have had to have put your nose on this fragrance, unless you just don't have it very much in your... You could go to a Sephora and find it oftentimes. You know, this is in the arena of like Bentley, you know, Bentley Black Edition, Coach Open Road, Calvin Klein Defy, you know, just these real like upscale fresh fragrances that are just super versatile. But I think this one definitely takes the cake as being in the field of its own, and you definitely need to put your nose on it. Sound off in the comments with some feedback. I've been loving the interactions lately, and I hope you guys have a blessed week. Take care. Peace.